Hey everybody, it's Mick here, and today I'm going to be talking about my new smoker. So I've done a video, gosh, it's been a few years ago now. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but if you had or hadn't, regardless, it was a Masterbuilt smoker. It was one of those little black ones with the electric smoker. And I had a few problems with it, and I made some videos about how I fixed it. Well, it finally just totally shot craps on me, and I didn't want to spend the money to buy the stuff I needed to fix it, so I just elected to buy a new one. I will say I used that Masterbuilt smoker. I used the crap out of it, so I'm not complaining that I had to work on it because I think I got my money's worth. I think I paid $150 for that smoker when I bought it, and used it a lot for 3 or 4 years before it finally went out on me. So today I bought a new one. I bought another Masterbuilt, but I bought their bigger, fancier model. My local farm store had this one on sale for $249, and or $349. I think it was $349. Sorry. And plus I had a 10% off coupon and a mail-in rebate that I should get about $50 back. So I should end up getting it for just under $300 by the time I get my rebates. So anyway, we're going to do the unboxing and assembly, and we're going to give it a whirl today with some pork steaks and see how it works, because I want to run a test run on it before I make my deer sausage. That was the whole reason I bought it, was because kids got deers this year, and we want to make some sausage. So the nice thing about this smoker is it's a little bigger. It's the 40-inch model. It comes with a wireless remote, which is nice, especially when you're doing something like sausage or a rib roast or something where you really want to watch the temperature, because you don't have to stand there and babysit it. And that's what I really like about these electric models, that you can just set the temperature and pretty much walk away from it. But these have an internal probe thermometer, so you can put that probe in one of the pieces of meat or whatever that you're cooking and monitor it remotely, which is I think an outstanding feature, because the less time I have to spend watching my smoker, the happier I am. So I'm usually I get easily distracted and forget about stuff. So let's go ahead and we will get this baby unboxed. Alright, so step one complete. We got her out of the box. So here it is out of the box, and I also took the big decal off the front glass. One thing that was nice is I hate it when you buy stuff and they got stickers all over it. Well, luckily the stuff that they had stuck on this, here, let me get it out. They had this stuck on the front glass. It's those static window glass kind of sticker things. So that's nice, because you just pull them things right off of there. I wish more manufacturers would take note of that and quit sticking stickers all over their stuff and do something that you can actually get off without having to soak it down with WD-40 or whatever. So we're going to get her opened up, and here is all of our parts. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing put together. Well, I'm sure you noticed these wheels kind of dealt me a fit. So here was how I ended up doing it. You know, usually when I got something like this that's got four screws or bolts or whatever, you put them in all loosely and then tighten them up. And I could not get this thing to line up, putting them in loose. So I ended up putting the two back ones in and having to tighten them down. And then that pulled the wheel far enough forward that I was able to get these guys to line up. This one over here was still kind of a booger, even doing it that way. But that was the way I found that worked best for me. So put the two back screws in, tighten them down, and then go in here. It may or may not work for you like it did for me. Okay, so we got her all assembled, and everything's put together right. So here's your grease tray for emptying the grease that gets collected. You load the chips over here on the side. So fill that up about halfway, put it in, give it a turn till you hear the chips fall. And that's how you load the wood chips into it. It's got those nice wheels in the back and the handle for rolling it around, which is kind of nice. Then on the inside here, okay, this is your water pan right there. And then this is the tray that your wood chips fall into, that you would have to empty it out when you're done using it. And here is the probe thermometer that comes with the unit that's built into it. I'm looking forward to having that in there. I think that'll be nice. So I got it plugged in. We're going to go ahead and bring it up to temperature here and hopefully do some pork steaks in it tonight. So I always, you know, they don't put very long cords on these, and I always use a heavy duty extension cord when I plug in a smoker, because even with my little smoker I noticed that cord would get a little warm around the ends. So I always use a heavy duty cord with mine. So let's go ahead, and this is the first time doing this, so we'll turn it on. So cool, and it's got a light on the inside too, so right up there, see? There's the light. If the light up your meat, that's kind of cool. So let's set our temperature, and we're going to go ahead and crank it all the way up. Oop. I guess all the way up is 275, and then we'll set our time. We'll just put 10 hours. I know I ain't going to run it that long, but there we go. So now it's heating. It does have some little step-by-step instructions here, and here's the wireless remote that comes with it. I got to go find some batteries for it, but you can apparently you can set the time, temperature, all that right there. So the temperature reading that it's given, it tells you how much time's left. It'll tell you what the temperature is inside the unit as it scrolls through, and then it tells you how much time you got left. So I'm assuming when you turn the meat probe on too, that it will also scroll through then. Okay, so you got to hold the meat probe button down, and it'll tell you what it reads. How about that? I'm not much on reading instruction manuals. And there it says that right there too. And press the meat probe to check internal meat temperature. So it scrolls through the temperature inside the unit, and then you hold the meat probe down to actually check the temperature of your meat. I'm assuming you would do the same thing on here. You could hold your meat probe button down and it would display that on there. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, we'll let this thing warm up, and so we can get it seasoned. I'll put some wood in it and let it smoke for a little bit, and then tonight we'll get some steaks in it and I'll show you that. Alright, so we got our first batch of pork steaks in the smoker. First time using this bigger smoker. She's chooching out some smoke, and can't really see what's going on in there because I got the vents closed down all the way with these pork steaks. I want to hold as much steam and smoke in there as possible, because I think that is what's going to make them good. That'll help get them nice and soft and tender. And then usually what I do is the last half hour or so, I'll open up the vent all the way, and that kind of helps get them so they're not quite so, I don't know how to word it, but it kind of puts a nice brown coat on the outside of them, almost like they've been grilled, and crisps the fat up instead of it all being kind of a tub of goo. So that's where we're at. Now we just get to sit and wait.